And I looked at this piece of paper and I said, I need to double the price of the therapy. You're brilliant. I was only going to talk about the things that are written here because this seems to be exactly the problem in my family.
Hmm.
So basically, Karpman drama triangle is, let's call it, model of social interaction, human interaction. Basically, it describes dynamics in a family. There's usually three people who are playing certain roles, or it may be two people that are changing roles constantly.
Hmm.
One of the roles is the persecutor or an abuser. Another role is a savior or a rescuer, and the third role is the victim. Each role has its pros and cons, and there are reasons why people take it. So, for example, when you're in a victim mode, you are obviously being abused. It's not cool. It's you're suffering.
Mm.
But when you're in a victim's mode, you don't have to solve anything. You are absolutely helpless. You are not able to make decisions for yourself. You are delegating the power. And yeah, you this feeling of powerlessness, it can be very, very pleasing in terms of, you just get a break. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
I'm being abused here, I'm a victim. You can't really do anything about it. The savior, I actually mentioned it about myself. You're the person who helps the victim. And the con is obviously that you are not focusing on your own life, you are helping someone else. You soothe the victim because you need to feel important. Usually, this is the motivation. You
Mm.
need to feel important, you need to feel like you have a meaning in life, maybe, and it's to help someone else. And you are basically protecting a victim from an abuser. And then there's a persecutor or an abuser. This is a person who is critical, who is controlling, who basically keeps the victim oppressed until, or maybe even despite the fact that the rescuer stood up. As long as you're staying in any of these roles, you are stagnating, you are not developing, and you are forcing yourself to just keep boiling in this bouillon of guilt and negative feelings,
Mm.
and basically you are avoiding the solution of so many problems, and you're just doing one thing over and over and over again instead of doing something better. I mean, instead of having this fight, how many good things my family could have done, like, or any other fights,
Like you said, it changed your life. Imagine what it can do in so many other relationships that you have, not just in family, but I'm sure this applies to work as well, with your work colleagues and everything as well.
Absolutely. So initially, when Karpman came up with this theory, he started with studying. He wasn't actually going to make this life-changing theory. He was studying the way people play football, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So he
Wow.
was studying the players, how they play in the field. But then he showed his findings to his to some other professor, and he said, "Dude, that's more than just a game. What you found out is revolutionary. It applies to everything." And this is when Karpman just kind of got this revelation. He realized what he kind of figured
Yeah.
out. And you said this one thing, so yeah, imagine if all people knew that. I'd say that would be so awesome, because initially when I came to therapy, I said I really want my family to change. I want my mom to change. I want everyone to change. And
Mm.
my psychologist said, "Listen, they're not the one asking for help. You're the one asking for help. You are the one who has problems. So you will have to either change your attitude towards it or just accept the fact that your family can change." But however, by me just refraining from this drama triangle, my the dynamics in my family has changed dramatically.
If you've derived some great value from our show thus far, please take a second to rate and review us on the platform that you're tuned in on. This will really help us to grow the show and reach more and more people, to spread the positivity and change more and more lives. So it will literally just take you a second to rate and review us, and who knows, perhaps you could directly be responsible for changing someone's life today. We look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Until then, cheers.